Good morning, class. Welcome to Saint Peter School. This is your science class, and in previous class we were discussing about the question and answer, and we have already almost finished the question and answer. Only the two questions are left in the last class. Question number all the students are requested to please take out your books and keep in front of you, take out page number 9. So in page number 9, in the last question, answer the following. We were done up to question number B, right? How can the plants like cactus and acacia live in deserts with scarce water? So we discussed about this. What are the characteristics they are having? And they are having a very deep root to reach the water level. They are having the modification of leaf like spines. They have a very broad stem for the photosynthesis, respiration, right? So these are the characteristics which even desert plant is having. Now today we are going to go with the question number C, that is what is the interrelationship between adaptation of organism and their surrounding. So, what is the interrelationship between adaptation of organism and their surrounding? So, just let's discuss about this answer. You will see the first line. Adaptation is defined as the modification or change in the organism's body. Okay, what is the adaptation? Adaptation is a slow and a gradual process, change which occurs in a living organism body to survive in a given atmosphere. That is called adaptation. Okay, so adaptation is defined as the modification or the change in the organism's body or the behavior that helps it to survive in a particular environment. Okay, the environment in which an animal survives consists of many different things, and it must learn to adapt to each of these factors in order to survive. Now, what it's trying to say that the environment in which an animal survives, and so the environment in which animals survives consists of many different things that it must learn to adapt to each of these factors in order to survive. So what are what all are the criteria of that particular environment? So those particular living organism try to adapt all those changing of the environment. These factors can be in the form of climate, the kinds of food plants that grow in it, other animals that may be predators or competitors, etc. This fact is evident from the following examples. So, what are the changing happens in the environment? Is like might be it is a change in a climate. For example, the plants which grows in a hotter area. So what they are having, they will require the less amount of water. For example, the animal plants which stay in a desert area, they are they are used to of they don't absorb more amount of water from the atmosphere. They don't even lose the sorry, they don't lose the more amount of water in the atmosphere, or they are having a very deep root, or they are having a very broad stem. So that what happen, because they are those type of plant is not having any a single leaf on it. So what happened, those stems only used to prepare and do the photosynthesis process for them to prepare food. But what happens in the plant which is present in the snowy region, they are always conical in shape. They are not broader in shape, they are always conical in shape, and leaf are arranged in such a way, parallelly, not parallelly, you can say adjacent way the leaves are arranged, so that what happens when snow falls on it, they can easily fell in on the ground, they do not store on the plant. So these all are the modification which occurs in the different types of plant living in different types of region. So we will look up to the few examples also. Cactus has a thick cuticle on their leaf surface, and the stomata are in deep pits of minimize water loss by transpiration. We discuss this topic. What are the cactus plant or the desert plant is having characteristics? They are having a stomata at very deep layer, and why they are in deep layer? Because they are the cactus or the any desert plant is having a very thick wax layer on it, that is called cuticle. Okay, so why it is present? Just to prevent transpiration. And what is transpiration? Transpiration is the excessive loss of water vapor into the atmosphere, that is called transpiration. They have a special photosynthetic pathway Okay, in the stomata remains closed. Okay, so, during daytime. So in the in any like a like cam is a desert plant in which stomata remains closed during a daytime. Their leaves are reduced to spines to minimize water loss, and photosynthetic function are performed by the flattened stems. So basically, it's showing that what are the adaptation we find in the desert area plant. Okay, so that is the question which what is asking that what is interrelationship between the adaptation of organism and their surrounding. So क्या होता है उनके बीच में relationship, like adaptation only occurs in on the basis of the surrounding only, because what type of surrounding, then the adaptation only depends upon the surrounding. Like if the climate is hot, then there is a different type of adaptation. If the temperature is cold, then there is a different types of adaptation. So we can see that adaptation is totally depend on their surrounding only. Now move to the second question, last question. How are organism classified? So how are organism classified? Okay, there is one more example which is given here regarding the animals, that like in animals how it depends upon how in animals also we can see the same type of adaptation which occurs only due to their surrounding only. Like camels have very long legs that help it to walk in the sand and prevent the heat of the sand from reaching their bodies. Camel has a prominent back or hump. It stores food which helps it to survive without food in the deserts for several days. Now, what is trying to say that like we have seen in the plant, there is a numerous type of example. We have seen that different types of trees are having different types of plant, but not only the adaptation like occurs by the plant only. Only the plants do not adapt, do not have to change their body, but the animals also need to adapt something, some body features to adapt in the given environment. For example, camel is a very live example of adaptation in animal. For example, they are having hump on their body, hump on their back. You will see elongated muscular, you can see that is like on their back you will see in that बहुत बड़ा एक muscular you can say like a round structure you will find on their back. So what is that called? That is called hump. And what is the use of this hump? They used to store water and food into the hump only. Their feet are also very different because they normal animals are having not so tough or the you can say soft legs, but what happened, camels are having a very like that types of leg which helps them to walk in the desert. They have very hard sole at the like hard sole on the leg, or you can say like उनकी उनकी feet बहुत ही like stronger, like it's heighted, so they help them to balance in the desert area so that they can easily walk in the desert area. Okay, so this is the adaptation which is usually seen in the camels, which is totally depend on the surrounding only. How are organism classified? How are organism classified? We already discussed about this, that what are the classification, like kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. So these are the hierarchy which is maintained to classify any living organism. The hierarchy of the classification was developed by the Carl Linnaeus. We studied about this. Who discovered this? It is discovered by Carl Linnaeus. It refers to the organization or the classification of organism in the order of rank or the importance. Now, what it's trying to say, that it refers to the organization or the classification of organism in order of rank or the importance. According to this system, kingdom is the highest rank. Now, what happened when Carlinius done the classification? They have given all the criteria their definite rank. Like it doesn't mean ki family will first of all we will, if we are we will sit and we used to classify any organism, so we will start with their family. No, never. It has been already ranked. First of all, who will come? First of all, kingdom of the organism will be find, and then phylum, and then class, then order, then family, then genus, and then species. So they all have a definite rank. So Carl Linnaeus has already given the rank, or all the criteria, their rank to classify any living organism. According to this system, kingdom is the highest rank. It is divided into phyla or division. Okay, phyla is like a phylum. Or you can also say division, which are further subdivided into class, and further division include order, family, genus, and species in that order. Thus species is the basic unit of classification. What is the species? Species is the basic unit of classification. And let me tell you, like when like at the time of nomenclature, binomial nomenclature is a scientific name given to the organism. So at the time of binomial nomenclature, these two terms is only used to give the scientific name, genus and species, and this is called the classification. Now, we have already done all the question and answer. In last, you will see one activity is given here. Find out how the gradual adaptation from primitive man to modern man must have taken place. So you can internet this activity on your Google, and you can find out that how in a man adaptation occurs slowly. Like might be you all have seen lots of video on it, like from how we changes from primitive man to now. Gradual due to after gradual changing we become a very fine human being. Like we all know that previously we all are also having a tail. So right now nobody is having a tail. So what happened gradually, we human beings adapt the surroundings, and slowly that tail disappears and we become a nice human being. So we you can Google it. Lots of videos are on the internet. You can find out, and you can make a picture of this on your chart paper, and you can you can do this activity on your chart paper, and show the different stages of human beings adaptation occurs, right? Okay, in next class we will start with the next chapter, that is plant structure and function. And so till the time what you are going to do, just first of all read the chapter, at least page number 10 and 11, so that we can when we will start the chapter you will understand it better, and note down all the question and answer in your notebook. Start learning it. Okay, so till the time, take care and bye bye.